Ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of action for our title attraction. The Trilogy is now! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger, wearing war-ready camouflage trunks. He officially weighed in at 117.6 pounds. In 21 professional bouts, his resume is outstanding. 18 victories, with 7 big wins by way of knockout against 2 defeats and 1 draw. A fierce warrior, hungry and ready to battle for yet again another championship. Fighting out of Paramount, California, he's also the fighting pride of Tierra Alta, Colombia. Oscar El Jaguar Negrete. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gold and black, he officially tipped the scales at 117.6 pounds. In 17 professional contests, his record is impressive. 15 victories, with 7 wins by way of knockout, only 1 defeat and 1 draw. He is fighting here in the Lone Star State and representing the Alamo City, San Antonio, Texas. He is the reigning, defending NABF WBA International Bantamweight Champion, Joshua El Profesor Franco. And our championship referee to give the final instructions, Lawrence Cole.
Come on, Joshua. All right, gentlemen. One of the rules early in the dressing room, I want you to obey my commands. Protect shots all times. Touch them up. Good luck.
All right, so we're set to go. 10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count. There's no 3 knockdown rule. The fighter cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight in case of an accidental foul. We'll go to the scorecards after the 4th round. Very excellent referee, Lawrence Cole, in charge here. And we're set to go.
Box.
There's the bell to start the first of 10 rounds. Or actually, we've had 20 rounds of boxing between these guys. This is the trilogy, and this is the 3rd fight, and both guys realize one thing. They've got to try to pick up their power shots. They had a lot of power shots in the last fight, and there should be a lot of power shots in this fight. Both fights very close. The first one a draw, the second one a split decision, but a wide, strange split decision. 2 judges had it fairly close, and the other judge had it way in favor of Negrete. That was strange. Okay, so here we go. The Professor, Franco, decked out in the gold and black. Negrete is in the camouflage. These are very close rounds again in the early going here. Negrete in the camouflage takes a couple of light shots by Franco. Franco backs off, is pounded behind the head twice by Negrete. Negrete looks good in the opening stanza here. This again is scheduled for 10 rounds, and don't forget our main events coming up after that, Antonio Orozco and Virgil Ortiz Jr. This would be a main event on any other night. Both of these guys want world title shots, and they got to get by each other to get it. Franco lands a solid shot that time, ducks underneath the shot. Negrete just doesn't stop throwing punches. Looping left hand. Remember, Franco won that split decision last time, so Negrete had said, I'm going to pick up the power shots, but there's not much between them here, although it appears in the early going that Negrete is at least throwing more punches. Hard to read and hard to score this round. Franco gets the jab through, nothing big. Solid right hand, both guys landing punches. This is really good boxing, I'll tell you. 4 punches landed that time by Negrete. I think he's landing more here in the first round with about 20 seconds to go in round number 1 in this scheduled 10-round affair. A lot of rounds very similar to this in the first 20 rounds that they fought each other. This is round 21. I'm going to give a slight edge in this first round to Negrete.
Come on, work.
All right, the bell ends round number 1. Got to make it definitive this time. On the other hand, if you could hear Joshua Franco getting the instructions from Robert Garcia, his trainer, saying, okay, a decent warm-up round. Now you got to pick up the pace a little bit and don't let this guy take command in the early going. Because these rounds are, many of them are going to be very, very close, and there's not a lot between them in the rounds. There's not a lot between them in ability and strengths of these two fighters. They're very, very good boxers, and they're very evenly matched. Looping right hand landed by Franco that time, and right back comes to Negrete. Negrete with 3 straight punches where he's leaning, trying to catch the guy. Franco with the overhand right, doesn't quite click. Negrete seems a little bit more determined in the early going here, but it's a long way to go. It's only the second round. Negrete really trying to keep the pressure on him. And that's what he said he wanted to do, and he is keeping the pressure on him. He's landing clean shots. Look at this, Negrete keeping the pressure on Franco, who eked out a split decision the last time after fighting to a draw the first time. Negrete clearly controlling this round. And there seems to be a cut on the bridge of the nose of Franco. Franco not getting off early in this fight at all. Negrete controlling the thing. Especially this second round. I thought he won the first round, but he's controlling the second round. I say that. Franco comes back a little bit. Negrete doesn't feel any of the power of Franco. Remember, these guys are, you know, Negrete has 18 wins and only 7 KOs. Franco has 15 wins and only 7 KOs. So these are boxers. But they're so evenly matched. Minute to go, and this is the second round. And it's been a real good round for Negrete so far. Lawrence Cole hasn't had much to do because these guys just sling punches. And this is the way it goes for every round that they fight. They just keep throwing punches. Jab, jab, jab. Nice punch landed that time by Negrete. Franco tries downstairs. He's light with his jab, light with his jab. Negrete comes to the uppercut. Negrete clips him. He seems like he's throwing heavier punches this time than he did in the first fight. Both of these guys are in great shape. Look at their bodies. Not much between them in the last 30 seconds of this round. Nice turning motion inside of 10 seconds to go, and this is the second round of the fight. And for them, since it's a trilogy, their 22nd round. See how it unfolds here in round number 3. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here at the theater in Grand Prairie, Texas. Our principals in the camouflage trunks. Oscar Negrete, the Jaguar. And Joshua, the Professor Franco. Franco in the gold and black trunks. Again, Negrete seems to want to put the pressure on this guy. Uppercut with the left hand. Jab is catching Franco. Things aren't going particularly well for Franco. Got that cut on the bridge of the nose, but he's really tough. Negrete sets up right in front of him. He seems to want to engage first. Franco waiting a little bit to allow Negrete to come in on him, and then wants to counterpunch. Doing a little bit better job in this round of countering. Power punches. Franco's got 30 and Negrete 53. So 53 to 30 landed by Negrete. And that's about what I'm seeing here. Up on his toes. Negrete, his Franco trying to get off a little bit better now. Nice body shot. That's a push down, and Lawrence Cole is right on top of it. Franco used his shoulder and pushed him right down, but you're not going to fool a referee with the experience of Lawrence Cole. Nice stiff jab again by Negrete. Negrete just seems to be landing, and by the stats that I just heard, he is landing more power shots. There's no question about it. He's certainly the pressure fighter here. Franco seemed to be getting more into it in this round, but as he tries to get into it, Negrete continues to keep pressure on him. He's right in his face the whole time. He hasn't taken a step back in this fight. There's some nice boxing that time by Franco. He lands a combination. There's only 28, 27, 26 seconds left in this round. So Negrete is still winning the round. That was a nice combination that time by Franco, but it's not going to give him the round. Nice body shot. Franco has had a better third round, but not good enough to win it with 10 seconds to go. And this is the third round of the fight. This is another dandy. They're about to wrap up their 23rd round against each other.
Time!
Negrete winning the first 3 rounds of this fight. Negrete again in the camouflage trunks, gold and black, the duds being worn by Joshua Franco. Franco's got to tune it up a notch now, so says Robert Garcia, his trainer. Comes with the uppercut, and he is tuning it up a little bit now. Starting to throw a lot more punches in this, the 4th round, than the start of any of the first 3 rounds. Tough battle on the inside. Lawrence Cole has to break the 2 for the only about the 2nd time in the fight. These guys just keep throwing punches. Now, Franco landing more clean punches in this round than any other round. Franco landed 24 in the last round and Negrete 13, so he turned it up a little bit in the last round. Although I thought the heavier punches were landed by Negrete, so I gave him that round. But Franco is turning it up a notch. Started in the last round and continues in this round. Negrete not able to land those clean punches that he was able to in the first couple rounds. As they say that, he clips him with the right hand on the left side of the ear of Franco. But Franco having his best round of the fight. Negrete trying to put more pressure on him now. Nice body shot, and Lawrence is going to tell him to keep it up. Yeah, it was a liver shot, and it was borderline, but Cole just really stays right on top of it. He's a really good referee. His dad, Dickie Cole, ran the commission here in Texas for years. A great guy. Still going strong at 88 years of age. Dickie Cole. There's tough stuff on the inside. But Franco's really aware of everything that's going on in this fight. As they say that, Negrete just lands a nice right hand. There's a glancing blow across the nose of Franco. Franco really stepping it up in this round, though. Fighting a lot better in this round. In fact, he might be ahead in this round. 30 seconds to go, and this is the 4th round. Franco beginning to get off first a few more times in this round than any other time. Now Lawrence Cole warns Negrete about keeping his punches up, so that's a warning for both guys. Neither one of these guys is a dirty fighter, but they just keep throwing punches and they wing from all angles. So occasionally they're going to be south of the border.
Time! Good job.
I gave that 4th round to Franco. Here we go. This is the 5th round. It's scheduled for 10. We're in Grand Prairie, Texas, and we got a dandy going right now between 2 warriors of the ring. Oscar Negrete from Rosemead in Paramount, California. from Colombia. I got him slightly out in front in this fight, but it's close, as all the rounds have been throughout the course of this, not only this fight, but the first 2 fights. Negrete in the camouflage and the gold and black is Joshua Franco. Negrete loading up shots in his punches and landing some. If he gave away the last round, he didn't want to give away this round. He's really keeping the pressure on Franco. Franco comes back with his combination, does a nice step round, clips him with the right hand to the left side of the ear. Slight jab. But look at the way it seems like Negrete just biting down on that mouth guard, just really letting it fly with power shots. Break! One of the few breaks again. These guys just all out. Ears back and going at it. There's a nice series for Franco now. Tied up again on one side. Separate themselves that time. Looping right hand by Franco. This is different than the first couple rounds of the fight that were clearly Negrete's rounds. Nice uppercut landed, an overhand right. And a right hand landed by a bomb by Negrete. Uppercut. That's a slip.
No knockdown.
It's the guys that get the water in the bottom of the shoes, and that logo, the Tecate logo, is very slippery. It's been a problem a couple of times tonight. Look at these guys go at it, man. This is some kind of fight. You wanted a war? The last fight was a real boxing contest. This is a war. Back and forth. These 117-pound fighters go. Bantamweight, of course, the limit is 118 pounds. Both of them came in about a half pound under that. At the exact same weight, 117.6. Not a lot between these guys in size, height, weight. There is an age difference, though. Negrete is 32 and Franco's 23. This is a hard round to score. I'm going to put down 10-10. I know the judges won't, but I think that round is one that the judges will be split on. And again, both guys did exceptionally well at different times in that round. And we're in the 6th round now, the halfway point. So there's not a lot between these guys, and there hasn't been for 25 rounds. We're in the 26th round, or round number 6 here tonight. In the camouflage trunks, Oscar Negrete. I've got him slightly out in front in this fight, but it's close, just like the first 2. Remember, Franco won the last fight. The first fight was a draw. Negrete's people thought that he won the last fight. Negrete put a lot of pressure on Franco, but by the 3rd round, Franco started to get in it again and has been boxing much better since the 3rd round. So much so that the 5th round I thought was so even that the judges will be split on it. This the 6th round. Camouflage trunks, Negrete getting the jab out there. Franco trying to score his hooks with his left hand. He does score a hook. They get tied up. Lawrence lets them fight their way out. The aggressor throughout this fight and in the close rounds, it might be the difference in the rounds, has been Negrete. Franco's a very clever boxer himself. Trying to sit down on his punches a little bit more here since the 4th round. There's Franco with a nice combination there, but it seesaws back and forth. And the referee, Lawrence Cole, says, hey, I don't want you, Negrete, hitting him behind the head when he comes inside like that. I think Franco's having a really good round right now, and as I say that, Negrete puts the hurt right back on him again. It's like this. It seesaws back and forth in every round. That's why it's so difficult for the judges to score these fights. .43, 42 seconds, and I haven't made up my mind who's winning this round. Right hand lead lands by Franco. Maybe Franco's taking an edge now. But again, the aggressor is Negrete. He keeps coming forward, so in the close round, maybe the judges slide to Negrete. I don't know. I can't tell you. And I'm a certified judge, and I can't really judge this fight any better than what I'm trying to indicate to you. All right, another good round. I'm going to give the edge to Franco. So these rounds are tough. The 5th and 6th round, almost impossible to score unless you're 100% concentrating on judging. This is round number 7 from the theater in Grand Prairie, Texas. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us wherever you're watching around the world. Couldn't have a better fight than this. They're in their 27th round between the two of them in this trilogy. And I've only got a point between them. I don't know how the judges have it, but it's close. First fight, a draw. Second fight, a split decision in favor of Franco. And all Negrete's people thought that he won the fight. Negrete has been the aggressor in a lot of this fight, and he is now again. Slinging shots. Negrete keeps coming forward. He will not take a step back. Franco tries to pressure him, but he plants and won't move. Total punches through round 6. Franco 133 and Negrete 127. So Franco's actually thrown more punches. I wouldn't have guessed that. But that's how close it is. And that's how your eyes can deceive you in a fight this close. For me, throughout the course of the fight, Negrete has been the aggressor, so I would think that he was landing more punches, but that isn't what a punch stat indicates. Let's see, Franco, on the other hand, when he throws one punch, he'll throw 5 punches, so, you know, it's tough. And these kids are tough, and this is a good fight. And Negrete keeps coming forward, lands the uppercut on the inside, but nothing big. Hard body shot landed by Franco. Another body shot behind that right elbow. 3 nice body shots in a row, and a 4th one landed by Franco. These body shots at some stage would think would catch up with Negrete and slow him down, but he hasn't showed any sign of slowing down at all. We're in the 7th round. And you talk about conditioning, how about both of these guys? I mean, the amount of punches they throw, it's non-stop. I think Lawrence Cole maybe 4 times, maybe only 3 times, and he's had to separate him. Look at this, just wide open fighting, seesawing back and forth. Negrete on the assault right now. Franco on the catching end. Franco's landed 4 really solid body shots in this round. So how do you score it? I don't know. We're coming up to the closing seconds of the 7th round. I'm going to give that round, as the bell ends round 7, to Negrete. Much heavier than any of Franco's blows, even though Franco had that series of body punches that he landed. That's why I gave him the round anyway. Action continues here in the 8th round of the scheduled 10-round affair here at Grand Prairie, Texas. The crowd's really got to be enjoying it, because if you like non-stop boxing action, oh my golly, we've got it for you here tonight. Here's Franco on the assault early. That's something that he hasn't been able to do throughout the course of the fight. Let's back up Negrete. Negrete has been the aggressor and has come forward, pushes Franco off. Franco stands pat, kind of powering with the jabs. Power punches in round 7. Franco had 23, and Negrete had 27, and I would agree with that. I mean, those are the official stats, so I have to agree with it. But based on the power shots is why I gave that round to Negrete. Round 8 action continues in what has really been a hard, grueling fight. This is the 28th round between these two guys, and not a lot between them. And I don't know how much is going to be settled tonight here either. Unofficially, I've got Negrete out in front by 2 points with these 3 rounds to go, but I'm not convinced in my scoring on this. There's Negrete again, looking pretty good right here. And as I say that, Franco turns around and he has a nice string of punches. There's Negrete back, but not a lot of zip on his punches right now. Might be a little bit arm worried. You'd think so. I mean, with the amount of punches that these guys have thrown to this point in the fight. Back and forth. Nice flurry there by Negrete. Here's Franco on the assault now. Negrete counter punches him, leans over on him. Lawrence Cole says, keep him up again. It's been a clean fight. Nobody's been down, nobody's been shaken. Non-stop action, non-stop punches. Seesaw back and forth, and I've only got 2 points separating the two. There's Franco landing now. And this is the way it goes. Franco will have his series. Negrete will have his series. Right now it's Franco. I'll say one thing, Negrete's punches don't seem to be as accurate right now to me as they were a couple of rounds ago, and even in the last round. That's a sign of fatigue in the closing seconds of the 8th round. How could there not be fatigue?
Right, let's go, Josh. Let's go.
Real sense of urgency, real good coaching by Robert Garcia, and on the other side, Manny Robles doing an equally good job with the Jaguar. Oscar Negrete. Negrete in the camouflage. Franco trying to be on the assault. Negrete just won't give as Franco tries to push him back. Franco trying to throw more punches and show some power. Nice looping right hand landed by Negrete. Stiff jab, right hand. Franco lands a combination. None of his punches are really shifting Negrete, which means, in my opinion, Negrete's got a little bit more power. That may be the difference. There's a looping right hand landed by Negrete in the middle of all that. First minute of this 9th round is just about gone. And this fight has gone almost exactly as the first two. Not a lot between them. Negrete seems to be a little bit more aggressive now. The last round a little bit tougher on him, even though I gave him the last round. I gave Franco the round before that. But this thing is close again. If Negrete pulls this out, do they do a 4th fight, a draw, and Franco wins the 2nd fight, Negrete wins the 3rd fight? Would they do it again? I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. But they got to be tired of seeing each other. These two guys. Jake LaMotta and Sugar Ray, what did they fight? 5 times? Nobody minded that whatsoever. That was Sugar Ray Robinson, by the way. Look at this. Here's Franco right back now. That's his first real good series in the 3rd minute of this 9th round. Again, nobody down, nobody shaken in this fight. Just non-stop action. Seesaw back and forth, back and forth. Negrete sits up in front of him, tries to push the kid back. One thing that Franco hasn't been able to do to Negrete, that Negrete has been able to do, and that's push him back. Negrete, when he gets hit, he just keeps coming forward. That may, you know, settle the close round that otherwise you can't make up your decision. Both of these guys have got to be fatigued with the amount of punches that they've thrown. Closing seconds now in the 9th round in an absolute war. Here we go, the 10th and final round from the theater in Grand Prairie, Texas. Two warriors doing battle here, and their 30th round against each other. What battles? Franco landed a pretty good shot in there. Nice left hook. Uppercut. Franco having a decent start to this round. Longer punches. Negrete tries to penetrate but doesn't land anything. A little abrasion on the bridge of the nose of Joshua Franco. Franco again in the gold and black. Negrete in the camouflage. Negrete hasn't been able to land much in this round at all. Franco having a decent round for the first minute. Nice uppercut by Franco. Franco having his best round. No question, he won the first minute of this round. No question. Negrete trying to chase him down, but he can't seem to land anything in this round. That's fatigue, of course. Guy's in tremendous physical condition to be able to go like this. Here's the first shot landed by Negrete. Franco holds his ground, loads up the right hand, partially blocked that time by Negrete. Oscar Negrete tries to come forward now. Bends down, comes forward. Franco holds him off, plants, and won't give ground to him this time. Most of the fight, Negrete's been able to push Franco back, but Franco, actually his legs seem stronger right now. But it's not going to be about the strong legs. Franco trying to finish as strong as he can in the last 50 seconds of this fight. Franco's won the second minute and a nice uppercut. If he dumps him, that changes everything on my score sheet. Negrete keeps coming forward, but he's still not landing much. He's totally fatigued. But he's still throwing in spite of the fact that he's fatigued. He's just not landing like he did earlier in the fight. He didn't land many punches in this round at all with 25, 24, 23 seconds to go in this fight. Look at Franco trying to take him out. And the late going, if he drops him, I get this fight dead even. Nice round for Franco. Closing seconds of the fight. And Franco's definitely won the 10th round, I can tell you that. There've been very few definitive rounds. Here comes the bell, and the fight is over. That's a Franco round. This was probably his best round of the fight, because for the first time in the fight, he actually got this guy going backwards and landed the heavier blows. But it might be, if my judging is correct, later on you see Franco just having a great round. I don't think that Negrete was able to land much of anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 championship rounds of boxing, please put your hands together for our warriors in the ring. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecard. Judge Jesse Reyes sees the bout, 96-94, Joshua Franco. Judge Javier Martinez sees the bout, 96-94, Oscar Negrete. And Judge David Iacobucci sees the bout, 95-95. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been declared a split draw.
A split decision draw. How about that?